It's giving green shirt with a ponytail vibes. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I am JC. If you are new here from JustLostJC here or whatever, welcome back to the channel, guys. So I'm super excited because I'm making this video that I promised that I would make in my recent update. So if you have not seen that video, definitely go check it out. My hair update for those of you guys that are new here. I had a bit of a setback. I'm not even gonna hold you. During the Corona Crankum, okay? I used some extra glycerin on my hair. The thing broke off, if I'm gonna be honest. It was looking patchy. It was not looking the best. So I went on a natural hair journey. And first I did a 6-month hair journey, and so I did a reveal showing you guys how my hair had grown back, how it was improving. And you can definitely go check that video out if you are interested in more details about that. Then I said, you know what? It's not enough. I'm gonna need a bit more juice. I'm gonna need a bit more. Plus, it wasn't really the summer yet, so I decided to stick with the protective style journey or growth challenge and go a bit farther, so go for another 3 months. And then I recently did a reveal. So this video now is talking about basically how I was able to grow my hair in this 9-month span. So almost a whole year, basically most of the pandemic, okay? And I'm sure some of you guys are curious because it's super easy. I can do it, you can do it. Also, shout out, I said I want to give a shout out, okay, to all the people that are dealing with some kind of setback, that are going on a natural hair journey. You got this, okay? You got this. I was able to do it for 9 whole months. 9 whole months. Do you know what could be made in 9 months? A baby, okay?
No. Okay.
So it was a long time, but I was able to do it. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it. I'm gonna start off with the tagline of this video. It's about stimulating and it is about retaining. We want to stimulate and we want to retain. All hair growth, stimulate the growth, retain the growth. So the first tip that I'm gonna start off with is try to manipulate the hair as little as possible, okay? These are tips that will work, foolproof tips, okay? You might not want to do it, you might have heard it already and still haven't done it, but it's the tips, and it's the tips because it works. So, manipulate the hair as little as possible, guaranteed retention. When you're trying to do as little manipulation as possible, of course, I'm going to have to recommend protective styling, okay? I'm gonna have to recommend protective styling. Hello. I said, can I get it? Hello. Even right now, I still have protective styling. I just love protective styling because it is a no manipulation way of dealing with your hair. Now, there are low manipulation options, which of course could be very useful if you were used to doing very manipulative hairstyles. Then anything less than what you were doing is probably going to give you some kind of outcome. You're probably going to see some kind of improvement. So you could do low manipulation, which would include twist outs and all of those styles that you don't really have to comb your hair often, but it still looks nice. Or you can stick with no manipulation, which is protective styling. So there's a wide variety. I'm just saying protective styling specifically because I'm giving you the tips that I did for me, honey, okay? And I did no manipulation styling with protective styles. So there's a lot of fun that you can have with protective styles. My protective style of choice, as I said, is 2-strand twists. But you could do crochet styles. I also did a lot of that during the 3 months. Not much during the 6 months, but definitely during the 3-month stint of my hair journey, I did a lot more protective styles using crochet styles. That way you could switch things up, look a little bit different, play with the looks, okay, while still having your hair protected and growing. Okay, so this next one is a bit controversial. It's a bit extra, I should say. Maybe not controversial. Controversial is not the right word. The next tip, or what I did that I think really helped to make my natural hair journey successful, is not having my hair out at all. Now, if you know me here on this channel, I love a twist out, okay? I love a twist out. I love a fro, honey. I love the fro. But for 6 months straight, which was so hard. In the beginning, it was so hard, child. Let me tell you, it was very, very difficult. I did not do a twist out. which I'm saying, you know, it's a bit techie. Yeah, it's a bit of a techie one, in it, because a lot of people like to see the progress that they have, and the best way sometimes to see the progress, or the way that we think is the best way to see the progress, is by taking our hair out and seeing, oh, do we have any growth? Does it look longer? So I had to really refrain from that. We did a little bit of light stretching to see what we're doing, but for the most part, I wasn't able to really assess my hair out, which was more important for me. I really didn't care much about the length. I didn't really do length checks. I didn't really pull my hair in the mirror because I'm not really concerned about the length. My hair broke off in different sections, so for me it was just way more sparse than it usually is. Now I don't have the thick, with 2 C's, thickest of hair, but when my hair was doing well at the peak in the beginning of the pandemic, in the beginning of the panini press, it was looking good, honey. It was looking so good. It was perfect for me. I don't need my hair to be thick, thick, thick. I just liked it the way it was when it was perfect and it was doing what it needed to do for me, for my genetic makeup, for what God gave me naturally. And that was great. So when it broke off, it just made it look way more sparse. To me, it was more see-through. The ends were not looking great, and I had spent a year plus, almost 2 years, slowly trimming my ends to get my ends to finally match up with my hair. So I had a whole setback, got it to where I needed it to be, and now I was going through a similar situation again. So for me, it's not really about the length. It was more so about the fullness. So I wasn't really able to assess the fullness because I didn't do any twist outs. I refrained from doing twist outs so that I could get the most retention possible. Again, stimulation and retention, and this whole part has been about retention. So not having your hair out, that's something that I would recommend. It's not by force, but it's what I would recommend. Oh, and of course, how can I forget? The next thing for not having my hair out at all is washing in my protective style. So you guys that are not new to this channel, you know that I was washing my hair in twists, which is something that I had never done before. So it was an experimental thing that I tried, but I tried washing in my protective style. Now, a lot of you mentioned that you're doing braids and that it was very easy to wash in braids because it kept it elongated. I did twists, which are a bit more of a loose style, so washing in twists can seem a bit, you know, nerve-wracking because you might think it could get knotted and dread and all that kind of stuff, but it actually worked out very perfectly for me. So it was, again, another way for me to not have my hair out and manipulate it as much. That brings me to the last part of the retention part of this video, which is detangling as little as possible. Typically, when my hair was fine and I did things the way I normally did it, I would detangle my hair when I was putting in my conditioner, my deep conditioner. So as I'm putting in my deep conditioner, I'm finger detangling, getting all the shedding out from the twists and the twist out that I had done. Then I would go in the shower, wash my hair, you know, it wouldn't really detangle in the shower, but then I'd get out of the shower and then I would put in my leave-in products. And when I was adding my leave-in products, I would do a light detangle. Obviously, it wasn't the same amount of time as the original detangle because my hair had been detangled just prior to it. But of course, it might be a slight bit tangled because of the wash process and all, you know, putting my fingers in my scalp and all that. So I would do a light detangle while adding my leave-in conditioners to my hair. And then I would wait 2-3 days for my hair to dry, or however long it took to dry, to then 2-strand twist my hair on dry twists. But either way, again, separating, dividing, slightly detangling, then twisting the hair. So that was a total of 3 detangles with my hair when my hair was fine. And that actually worked fine for me. When my hair is fine, I have no problem with that. To me, it is fine. So that works for me. But with this, I said, you know what, let me try and cut down the detangle to only once. That meant that I would only detangle my hair when I was retwisting it. So again, no twist out, carried the twist for 2-3 weeks, however long I was carrying it that week, washing in twists, and then retwisting each twist and detangling at that time. So 1 detangle, cut down that. Really helped with retention. I think it really made a difference, only being in with my fingers in my hair once, to really help get the most that I can get out of the 6 months and then the 3 months cumulative 9 months hair journey that I was on. So we're gonna get into the stimulating part, stimulating the hair growth. I think the 2 are important when you're trying to get your hair back from a setback or you're on a hair journey. Stimulation is important. For me personally, I do think retention is a bit more important. That's why I added it first, because listen, you can stimulate the growth all you want, but if it's breaking off at the ends, it no go green. It no ga. So you really need the retention to be on point. So that's why I added that in the front, or in the beginning rather. So now getting on to stimulation. So of course, you know, I had to put a plug in. I had to put the plug in because listen, okay, listen. Are you guilty? I said guilty. Oh, for my, listen closely and listen carefully. The only oil that I used for all 6 months was my own personal, made in my home, honey, hair growth oil. Only oil that I used all 6 months, so I'm gonna have the link to this down below. But again, this thing jam-packed 13 oils. I always keep all the oils on the site so that you guys can actually see what is in the oil, see if there's anything you're allergic to. Also, for those that have nut allergies, please, I beg, I don't want any problems. So go check the ingredients. But also when you're checking the ingredients, you see how many essential oils there are, and essential oils are one of the things, or one of the few oils that can actually penetrate the scalp to help stimulate hair growth. So I use this oil on my hair every 2 to 3 times, or 2 to 3 times every week. I say 2 to 3 times because sometimes I was a bit lazy, you know, whatever. But I keep a bottle by my bed. Still to this day, I still use the oil. Not as often, just because, you know what, I'm free now. But during this hair journey, I always use it 2 to 3 times a week. When I was a bit more lazy, 2 times a week. Massage my scalp. And then on top of that, now this is controversial because I don't really know if it works, child, but that's what I did. I would do the inverted method. So that's obviously you give yourself a scalp massage with your head kind of hanging over. Helps the blood rush to the scalp. I don't know if how much that was effective or how much it wasn't. That's just what I did. Okay, every 2 to 3 times a week. And I like my results, so I am just telling you what I did. Whether you want to add that, whether you want to do that, that's on you. But yeah, that's what I did. And the last tip that I'm going to throw in here is do something with your hair at night. Use some kind of protective covering at night, whether that's a satin pillow, whether that's a bonnet, or whether that is a headscarf. I personally like a headscarf because it just keeps everything tight, compact, still looking neat. But whatever works for you, just do something at night because, again, you've retained, you've stimulated. You really want to hold on to all of that and not cause breakage where you don't need breakage. So I'm just going to throw that in there. Do something. Do something to your hair at night. That is a tip. Oh, every night, never miss it without fail. Hair journey or no hair journey, the headscarf is on, honey. Okay. Right. Right. Alright, so I wanted to read a review. So I just talked about the oil. Definitely go check the site too if you want to see all the rest of the reviews. But this review is left by Marie Valentine. And she says, love the oil. I've been using the oil for the past 2 months and I can't get enough of it. First of all, it's super light and it smells amazing. I've been on a hair growth journey and this oil is a great addition to my routine. It leaves my hair moisturized for an extended amount of time, which is something I struggled with in the past. 4C high porosity hair. Just ordered my second bottle and it definitely won't be my last. Thank you so much, Marie. I really appreciate it. I love when you guys leave reviews. Again, if you don't know, if you have ordered the oil, thank you so much for the support. And you can leave reviews on OMALICHILD.com. I'm actually going to be doing at some point a giveaway from people that have purchased before though. So, but through the reviews. So I'm gonna, listen, I don't have all the details situated right now, but basically just know I'm gonna go through the people that have given reviews and choose from there 2 to 3 winners to send a free bottle to. Because listen, we love people that are, like she said, repeat customers that want to come back and get another one. So if I can give you one for free, child, why not? So definitely go check the site. If you have ordered a bottle, definitely leave a review. Really appreciate it. That is it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you're interested. Okay, pretty mediocre content. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can never lie. Pretty mediocre, but you know what? We try. You can also follow OMALICHILD.com if you're interested in that to see, or OMALICHILD, the Instagram page. If you're interested in that, we did a giveaway through Instagram a while ago, so who knows, maybe that'll be a thing that we're doing again. But for now, follow it if you're interested in seeing some hair content, honey, okay? Because we love a bit of hair inspo and behind the scenes on the business side of how I'm doing all of this from my yard, okay, from my house. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye, guys.